Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews and another episode of Sci-Fi Sunday. What I'm reviewing tonight is Sphere. This movie came out originally in 1998, so it's 20 years old. Stars Dustin Hoffman, Sharon Stone, and Samuel L. Jackson, and it's based on a Michael Crichton novel. The basic plot: you get these scientists all brought together, and they don't know why they've been brought together. They just know something's up. And they say, okay, the bottom of the ocean here, we got an alien spacecraft. And you guys need to go, like, investigate it and everything. This all stems from a paper that Dustin Hoffman's character wrote many years before, essentially just as a they offered him money, so he wrote this paper on like what to do in the case of first contact with aliens and everything. And so he essentially wrote up this paper, which was pretty much, total crap. He just sort of threw it together, and he made a good chunk of cash from it. um, so yeah, they go down. It's 1,000 feet underwater, so they're down there, and the ship's there, and on this ship there's this giant sphere, hence the name Sphere. This giant golden ball. And stuff starts happening. I don't want to go any more into it because there's spoilers, and honestly, if you haven't seen this movie, you're better off not being spoiled, because it's kind of interesting. Uh, Now, as for this release itself, I gotta say, I was actually really surprised. This was, I'm pretty sure, like a first generation Blu ray. And it looks pretty good, I gotta admit. I mean, it's not, you know, it obviously wasn't like mastered in 4K or anything, but, the black levels are nice and dark and murky. Um, Picture's clear and everything. It's a really solid release, honestly. And I'm really surprised at how well this movie has held up over the years. I mean, it's 20 years old, and the only thing that really kind of dates it is, the tech on the like sub thing underground, and a bit of questionable CGI on the actual sphere itself. There's other CGI in the movie which is perfectly fine, but the the CG on the sphere is a little iffy, to say the least. But that's just my opinion. Some people might see it and like thoroughly enjoy it. Uh, all in all, this is a really good movie. I mean, hell, I saw this back when it first came out. I saw this in theaters, and I was totally blown away back then. It doesn't hold quite as much of an impact anymore, but it's still a good, solid movie. And like anything written by Michael Crichton, it's pretty much gonna be good, right? Uh, yeah, the acting is really solid. All the characters are pretty likable, honestly, and even ones that like are kind of like jerkish characters, you still you still kind of like them. It's not an easy thing to do that. Uh, yeah, all in all, good release, good movie. As for a rating, I got to give this. No, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, and that's simply because of the dated CG. Um, that's it, really. I mean, it probably deserves a bit higher, but that does take you out a little bit. Let's put it this way: this is a movie that, if you remember the whole George Lucas thing with Star Wars, going back in and like digitally editing it and everything, this is a movie that could actually do with that. This could do with going back in and redoing some of the CG and just replacing what's there, and it would look probably 100 times better. You know, but that's just me. And then again, this isn't like a certified classic like Star Wars, so it's not really blasphemy to say for this. Um, but yeah, it's 8 out of 10. Good flick. Um, you can find this all day, every day in the bargain bin for like like $4 or $5. If you've never seen Sphere, buy the Blu-ray. Seriously, it even if you just throw it on once, but it's worth it. Good flick. Yeah. So I'll try to find a trailer and put in the links below, as well as my Patreon and my merch shop are down there. If you feel like helping out the channel, it would be appreciated. If not, that's fine too. Yeah. So that's it for now. See you next time.